No one can deny that the last year and a half was quite a wild one, especially for the global financial markets. In this constantly evolving economy, one of the riskiest assets is becoming one of the hottest and most demanded, and fast. It is none other than
Bitcoin, the digital currency created a dozen years ago as an alternative to cash, is exploding in value.
Good expert analysis now. Jordan Belfort calls Bitcoin a fraud.
Bitcoin bouncing back above $50,000 after hitting a low of about $47,000 over the weekend.
After what seemed to be the end of the Bitcoin hype train in the middle of 2018, after a surge from $9,000 to $19,000 per coin, followed by an immediate crash back to $7,000 a coin during late 2017 and early 2018, Bitcoin has made a historic comeback in the past year, going to all-time highs and slowly approaching the $100,000 mark. Yes, I said that right, 100,000 Canadian dollars. Over the last year, Bitcoin has come up in value by over 400% since the making of this video, from around $12.5 thousand all the way up to it now gravitating around the $70,000 per coin. But why has this technology, thought forgotten by the masses back in 2018, slowly made its way back in our common culture and in our talks about the financial markets? And most important of all, what is a Bitcoin and why does it have value? A Bitcoin is, in and of itself, a digital asset. It is often compared to gold, but unlike gold, it is not backed up by any physical object, like the actual gold, or not backed by any laws of a country, like the United States or Canadian dollars. A Bitcoin, to put it simply, is a line of code inside a computer. It is purely software. Bitcoin was created as a decentralized way to exchange value between two people. Decentralized meaning that no government, company, or central bank can stop the system or even arbitrarily raise or lower the value of the currency, like the Bank of Canada does to control inflation or the economy, especially during these trying times during the COVID-19 pandemic. The way this decentralized system works is very interesting, and it has a few features that are important to note down because they can be used in other types of technologies, not just value exchanges and financial transactions like Bitcoin. The way it works is that a system of a bunch of computers from the Bitcoin network are all interlinked, but purely independent from one another. They all keep a register of each transaction made. The important part is that instead of this register being kept in only one master computer or server owned by, for example, the Royal Bank of Canada or Desjardins, it is kept in every computer that takes part of the Bitcoin network, and they all approve the transactions. This is called a blockchain. Let's try and dumb down the system a bit and give it a real-world example to understand better. Let's say that you and your 5 closest friends exchange money on a regular basis, either to pay back your share of a restaurant bill, for a night out with friends, or give back money for a time you forgot your wallet while you were going to the movies. Since you and your friends exchange money on a daily basis, you guys decide to keep a ledger instead, to keep all the transactions that occur during the month, so you can do one big transfer at the end of said month, instead of many small ones each time you or your friends owe money to one another. Everyone has access to a public copy of this ledger, and each time a transaction occurs, everyone needs to sign on that transaction to know it's legitimate. Because the ledger is publicly owned by everyone, and everyone needs to sign on transactions, this makes it much more secure than if only one person has the ledger and approves the transactions. This is basically what happens in the blockchain versus what happens at the big banks. Blockchain makes it virtually impossible to create money out of thin air, overcharge, double charge, send to the wrong person, or even hack the system, because to do so, someone would need to have physical access to almost every computer part of the blockchain to approve the transactions without it failing or being noticed. This blockchain technology is very interesting, but isn't the whole point of cryptocurrency to be decentralized? The computers that approve these transactions must be somewhere, right? Well, this is where Bitcoin mining comes in. The computers that approve the transactions are all owned by third parties. People like you and me can lend some of our computer's power to the blockchain. But why would you lend your computer? Well, because if you do, you get rewarded with Bitcoins. The process is called Bitcoin mining. When you download a software to mine on your computer, or even make your own by editing a few lines of code in your operating system, your computer will start competing to solve very hard mathematical equations to approve transactions, and the blockchain rewards your computer with Bitcoins. As you have probably guessed by now already, more powerful computers will mine more Bitcoins because they can solve the equations quicker and at a higher volume. This is why you see nowadays people leasing whole warehouses full of very powerful computers that are tailor-made to mine Bitcoin or other popular cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum or Litecoin. And they can make a few $1,000s per year, month, week, or even day, depending on the size of the quote-unquote Bitcoin mine. Bitcoin is not a limitless resource, though. Coded into the foundation of Bitcoin, there is only a finite number of coins that can ever be mined, 21 million coins to be exact. And each 4 years, the efficiency at which the computers can mine Bitcoin is effectively cut in half. Right now, there is 18.638 million Bitcoins mined out of the 21 million possible. But with the halving of the mining efficiency every 4 years, it is estimated that we will run out of Bitcoin to mine by the year 2140. This scarcity and maximum amount of Bitcoin possible in circulation creates some of its value. The blockchain can be used for more than financial transactions as well. Coins such as the second largest crypto in the world, Ethereum, uses their blockchain, yes, for financial transactions, but as well, they use this enormous amount of computer power to help programmers create decentralized applications that are hosted and created on the Ethereum blockchain. Some apps are already being made in partnership with Ethereum, such as 10x, which is partnered with Visa and MasterCard to create an app that converts your Ethereum into the fiat currency used in the country where you swiped the card automatically. Let's come back to Bitcoin and its value for a second here. While the number of Bitcoins in circulation is growing, the demand is growing at a much faster rate, creating the 400% surges in the price we can see over the past year. The demand is growing at such a high rate because Bitcoin is slowly getting in our daily lives and in popular culture. Nowadays, there are many institutions which accept Bitcoin as a valid form of payment. From Tesla to Starbucks to Microsoft, you can basically pay with Bitcoins for almost every aspect of your life by now. And Bitcoin is also rapidly gaining popularity, especially in the online world. According to Google Trends, Bitcoin is a more popular search term than Jesus, DJ Khaled, hockey, and the United States. On Twitter, you have the likes of Elon Musk talking about Bitcoin. You have Terry Crews launching a social currency based on the Ethereum blockchain, and even Mark Cuban teaching his kids about cryptocurrencies with Dogecoin. While we are on the topic of Dogecoin, let's dive into the effects of Twitter and Reddit on the crypto markets. Dogecoin is a meme cryptocurrency, which is almost identical to Bitcoin in its protocol, that was only created to prove that people would buy anything back in late 2017 when the first Bitcoin craze started. It was inspired by the events of the BitConnect Ponzi scheme, which was a cryptocurrency MLM or multi-level marketing firm, such as the likes of Arbonne, but with crypto in mind. Bitcoin was such a craze that BitConnect promised 40% returns per month with their cryptocurrency, with executives with such enthusiasm as Carlos Matos.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Big The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No. Be connect. Wow. Be connect. Guys, let me tell you, I love Be Connect!
Yes! Thank you so much, Carlos!
Many were excited for the coin, but it collapsed not long after when the top of the pyramid exited with their profits, crashing the coin down to almost being worthless. The creators of Dogecoin wanted to show that if you had enough hype over a coin, it could go soaring, just like BitConnect. They did not immediately reach their goal. But in recent months, Dogecoin has now become one of the highest valued cryptocurrencies because of the meme culture surrounding the coin, with the likes of Elon Musk tweeting about it and Mark Cuban even using the coin to teach his children about cryptocurrencies. But how can you and I invest in cryptocurrencies? Well, you can either mine it or you can buy some from websites or apps that offer the service. In the United States, there is a lot of options such as PayPal, Square, Robinhood, CoinDesk, and so much more. Here in Canada, we are a bit more restricted though. The main two contenders would be Crypto.com or Wealthsimple Crypto. You can sign up and link a bank account to the app and start buying different coins like you would for a company's stock. The coin then gets added to your virtual wallet, and depending on the service you sign up with, you can spend your crypto or just keep it as an inflation-resistant asset just like gold or silver. Or maybe you want to get in on the quick returns given by the volatility of Bitcoin and its peers. As long as the markets do not mature and people run to invest in Bitcoin, it will remain a very volatile and risky investment. But with it being more and more used in our daily lives, large companies accepting and even investing in Bitcoin as an asset, and people becoming more and more knowledgeable and interested about the subject, a world with a stable Bitcoin as its main currency is slowly becoming a reality.